All right, friends, we're back. Your favorite podcast show of the week. It is Location Weekly. This is episode number 556. And yeah, we're recording on a Friday this week because I'm going to be in Germany next week with our good friend Karsten. And as we sort of make the announcement about the future of the LBMA and where we're going and all the things that we've got planned for the rest of this year and so on. So, yeah. How
Yeah,
about
that's
you?
exciting, right?
Yeah, it is exciting. It's exciting to travel because I haven't
Right.
really done that. So that's an experience. Yeah, it'll be good to see him. Also, my daughter's going to come with me, so that'll be fun to just hang out and do that together. So yeah,
That sounds awesome. And you will also be recording next week with Carson, which is going to be really fun. Uh,
yes.
I'm sorry, but I will be with a pina colada on the beach in Dominican Republic.
Don't be sorry.
Actually, I'm
we
not sorry. Let's be
don't be sorry. Yeah,
honest.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so we both got things going on the next couple of weeks, a bit of travel. So, but yeah, I feel like, and I was out last night with our mutual friend Tim Garcia, formerly of here and now at Google, and yeah, it was good to catch up with him as he was visiting in Toronto yesterday. So that was good.
Yeah, I had a
So
little FOMO, but lots of fun you guys had, I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. So, but it's all good. All right, so let's just jump into it. We got four stories to walk through here, and I'll let Aubriana kick us off.
All right, so let's go over to Cincinnati, Ohio. Company I have not heard of before called Clubessential. They offer this suite of membership and club management solutions. So think country clubs, golf, city, yacht, universities, all these different things. And they offer all these different suite solutions around website, mobile apps, for accounting, scheduling tea times, point of sale, CRM, all those things. Currently, they say they have about 1,300 private clubs, and now they're announcing that they're calling this the private club industry's first location-based marketing suite. So here we are, 2022, and we've got private clubs with a location-based marketing suite. They're using a variety of technology, they claim, geofencing, beacons, uh, their mobile app, CRM, I mentioned, messaging, context, timing, all those great things. Their goal here is to increase member engagement and have a better user experience. And then getting those insights, of course, and tracking and attribution throughout the process to improve future communications with members. I mean, we're like 2022, we're talking about location based marketing suite for clubs. I, Look, I think unless I like crash my golf cart, I don't need to be sharing my precise location with any golf club. But this is kind of, it's a little off for me because I feel like we're week over week talking about the implications of precise location. I mean, I don't know, is geofencing still valuable really in this type of a situation? I'm trying to think of how it could be. Or beacons, perhaps I'm trying to think of applications with some of the membership examples they gave. I'd love to hear more, but actually I don't know that I would, but I'm not really sure there's a lot of value here. To me, this is a very like not exciting story. So I feel like the stories can only go up from here, Steve. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'll try and put a little bit more of a positive spin on it than that. So I'm not, I'm kind of like bored from a technology perspective because there's nothing obviously unique or new or different here, well, from our perspective of being talking about location based marketing solutions for the last 12 years. But so we've seen a lot of things, but I think what's perhaps interesting here is that this is an existing company with 1,300 existing clients, servicing that private club sector with all the other things that they do, CRM and booking systems and so on. So I think from a point of view of, adding additional features to their existing product set that they didn't have before, and helping their clients understand, where the members of those clubs are going within the facilities, or what they're, if I think about it from a golf club perspective, let's say, right? So you've got, maybe you've got like the restaurant in there, you've got, the shop, you got the, whatever, right? You got a bunch of things, on the property, but are all the members going to all of those things at what, how frequently, and those kinds of things, right? Like, I think from a tracking perspective there, to understand, we need to drive more traffic to the store, or we need to drive more traffic to this, or whatever, and having data to back that up, I think it's interesting. But again, like, from a technology point of view, there's like this is, very underwhelming for me. So, but hey, good, I guess, good on finding their niche and staying with it, right? So
Yes, very niche. I mean, I can see this application in like resort casino, something that is
yeah,
massive, right? Where you have a reason to interact, a reason to engage with an app. I don't know that a golf resort to me is like, or even a golf club, let's just say golf club. I mean, I don't think there's that many places that people can go. How large is your membership base that you don't know? Like, don't you see the sales every,
yeah,
every day? What's happening at the bar? What's happening at the tea shop?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so what I do think is, like, even if you take something like, at ground level, for example, we're seeing, everybody's movements from a, population point of view, right? Being able to look and say, okay, the members of this club also go to these places external to that club, right? And looking for, potential partnerships and affiliations and things like that that might, drive incremental sales. That's interesting, right? So I think, there might be some way for, what they're doing here to be combined with some other kind of geo services out there, but that's kind of all I got on it for now. So
there you go.
anyhow, all right, on to our second story. So we're going to jump over to Ireland now, and kind of timely, it's St. Patrick's Day is coming up soon. I saw McDonald's the other day. It's got the Shamrock Shake out now, and so anyhow, so we're heading over to Ireland. There's a company over there called Gamma, and they're a location data services company. And they've announced a new service called AddressLink. And this is only available across Ireland. But they think that they're projecting, anyways, they're going to generate over 2 million euros in new business from this product over the next year. And essentially what it is it's a web-based API that delivers property level data. So, think about, real estate, commercial real estate in particular, or retail, and they have like all of this information, about the size of the property, and the crime in the area, and flood and fire, history, and all sorts of different, sort of elements about the properties and the neighborhoods and the areas around them. And so all of that they've kind of made available now to their clients in a web-based API that they're kind of delivering this sort of property level data on. So I think it's kind of interesting. Obviously, there's a huge need for this type of data when you're looking to build new properties, or looking to acquire real estate, or make decisions on where to locate your new store, or things like that. Obviously, that whole site selection type of arena, relies heavily on this type of data. And it looks like, they say they've got 3 billion data points across Ireland, and 10 years worth of change information that they've been accumulating. So, that's pretty sizable. So I think this is interesting, right? And I think the other thing I was thinking about is, on the consumer side of things, with hotels and real estate, you often will see now, when you look up a listing or things like that, it's got like, the walk score and the transit score, and, all those kinds of things, right? And I think, we're starting to see that now in commercial real estate as well. With obviously there's way more elements that you're going to pay attention to, like these guys have. But I think it's an interesting offering.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on this one. I think that, we've seen other companies, as you mentioned, do this in the past, and probably primarily in, let's say, like US, Canada, but here in the States for sure, if you're looking for real estate on, let's say, Street Easy or anything Zillow, right? You've got that
Yeah.
incorporated data. I know friends that start off with what Matt Ponix got acquired by Pitney Bowes, which is now what is it?
Prescient.
Precisely, I think.
Precisely. That's it.
Yeah. So, they've got this offering that they have baked in, and basically the great schools mapping to any residential home that is for sale or within an MLS listing can link back to that school, and you can see, okay, what is this zoned for? How do they perform and all that data? So I think there's great application here again on the commercial and residential side. And what I think is interesting about this is that just putting in the work effort, it's easy. It's an easy acquisition for like a bigger player to swoop them and scoop them up, because it would be used perhaps and applied, whether that's like on a here type of mapping or again, like a precisely. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for this when you specialize and focus in like one country and do it really well. So
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
all
Okay.
right. Something fun here. It's February. So, yes, it is Black History Month, but it's also Valentine's Day, a very hallmark holiday here in America. Love is in the air. And apparently, chicken is too, because Shake Shack is teaming up with DoorDash on a pretty fun campaign. So, the couple have launched what they call Eat Cute. It's a limited time online dating site. So there's like this chicken sandwich promotion, but you can match based on chicken sandwich preferences, I suppose. So you can visit the site. Actually, you probably won't be able to visit the site because it's about to end, but people could visit the site. It was let'seatcute.com. You can upload a picture and say how spicy you like it. Okay. Some like it hot. So, what's interesting though here is that like you match with someone, and once you make this match, you can get a promotional coupon for a buffalo chicken sandwich. So the sandwich is going to be available through almost the end of April. However, the dating site will not be. So you can like swipe to match, you can hit the X to pass. There's not any chat features, but they said they will share your Instagram handle to connect you. I think this is cute and fun, and I really want to see if anybody ever gets married because they met, because they both have the same chicken sandwich preference. And my question to this was like, when people visit the site and they upload a picture, are they uploading a picture of themselves or of their sandwich? I don't know. What do you
I'm
think?
assuming it's themselves.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's themselves. But anyhow, yeah, I think this is super fun. When I saw this story, it reminded me of a project that we were involved in many, many years ago now with Oscar Mayer. And if you remember the video from that one where they built like a mobile app called Sizzle, I think it was called, and it was about basically finding your love like this of people who like bacon, right? So and it was really interesting, like to try and like pair people up based on their love of bacon, and so that's kind of what the first thing that went into my head as I saw this story, and yeah, so I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. Like in the article I was reading, like DoorDash says that chicken sandwiches are among the top 10 menu items ordered in February. I don't know why chicken sandwiches are a thing in February versus other times of year, but apparently, apparently that's what's happening. So yeah,
people want some hot and spicy fried chicken, Asif. That's what it is.
So yeah, I mean, I think like from a Shake Shack perspective, obviously all these kind of fast food companies now have all been putting out buffalo chicken sandwiches or spicy chicken sandwiches or something. So, there's obviously a demand for this. And so the timing, I think, is good that they're releasing this. I love that they're playing, around with it in a fun way. I love that there's content, that's being created and shared. And, I think they'll, they're obviously going to get a lot of play out of the story. And it probably didn't cost that much to do it. So,
Right.
it's somebody very creative, did something good here, I think. So
I agree. And this kind of reminded me of something that we did, this really cool study we did back when I was at Gather Lab and running more of like that audience intelligence piece of things. We analyzed all this data around the Popeyes chicken sandwich and the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich wars. And it was very cool because we identified this audience called the influenceables. And they were those that had frequented Chick-fil-A and or Popeyes previously, but maybe not the other. And after the war, everybody wanted to try both of them. So there was like a massive spike and uptick in app downloads as well as like visitation during certain times. And, there's certain people that just want to try the next new chicken sandwich. There's certain people that want to try the whatever stuffed crust or Dorito taco shell, so there is certainly like those that are influenced by trying new food items, especially ones that are temporary and promotional. So I don't know, this kind of reminded me of that, and just thinking about how like there's different ways to capture that data, and perhaps it's through a faux dating site, or maybe at a broader level it's through some other insights, but it's fun.
yeah. Alrighty, our final story, 7-Eleven now, and now, this time we're going over to Japan. 7-Eleven in Japan is upping the game when it comes to contactless or touchless payments. So they are testing a new feature that is a holographic payment terminal. So essentially, the way this works is, and it's all about sort of touch-free, in this COVID era now. So essentially, like there's a tabletop counter that you walk up to, and the technology is the register, like the payment terminal, is embedded into the counter, and then what it does is it projects out in a holographic image the buttons and things that you need to press, and you can literally tap the air and interact with with this thing without actually touching it. So I think it's kind of cool, and so they're going to be starting next month in 6 stores in Tokyo, and trying this out. And obviously, there's a huge demand for anything contactless right now, and we've seen that especially on the payments side of things. So I think this is very interesting to like the idea of tapping or punching in my code or whatever, in the air. Like I think that's fantastic. So. Yeah, it's. I could see it taking off. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
No, I agree with you. I can see this taking off, not necessarily because of the touchless aspect, but I think of it more in terms of like the space where these perhaps could play, right?
Yeah.
You think about how currently when you go into a retail store, typically you go to a point of sale that's like right in front of the exit. And then the new kind of way was like, oh, you can check out with people across the store on mobile devices or on iPads, just check out wherever, trying to kind of, I guess, make it a better customer experience, not having to wait in lines and just kind of finding people where they are, different departments. And so I can definitely see the ability to kind of do this self-checkout type of a thing that's touchless, that doesn't necessarily take up an aisle or space, perhaps in the future where it's just really easy and you can check out wherever. I think that could be, the future. Perhaps there's other applications of this beyond point of sale, but I think it's fun. I also wonder, like, maybe they should have done like I was thinking of the arcade game, like where you dance and it could see your dance moves. And if you did it right,
Yeah.
it's like dance to check out, I could see where does this go next?
Oh dear. Yeah. No. Yeah. So I'm with you. I think this is great. And it only works with cashless payment methods as well, like so credit cards, QR code based payments. So they, obviously there's no like you can't take physical cash involved. And they also pointed out that for these specific terminals, you can't buy alcohol or tobacco or prepared foods through them. So
Yeah, gotta have a code, I guess, and be able to check it
Well, I
in.
guess like age verification or things like that, like that are you got to have for those kinds of things. So yeah, so there
Very
you go.
cool.
Very cool. All right, so that's our show for this week. 4 stories there. Thank you again, everybody, for listening, watching. Please reach out if you have story ideas. Thanks to the companies that we featured last week who reshared or liked the posts that we put out there. So, yeah, if you got a good idea, a good story, and it's something to do with location or geo or payments or data around that, we're happy to talk about it. So, have a great week, everybody.